Here we have hole number 1 in the Golf Clash Easter Tournament, Rookie Division. This is hole number 1. We're going in with the extra mile 6 and a Quasar loaded. We have a tailwind. We don't really need a katana. And then I also have the Viper in my bag as my wood club. That'll be for the second shot. It's 20% elevation on both shots. And I'm experimenting with live recording here to try to save some time. I can play a hole, talk about it, save the video, and then upload them 3 at a time instead of having to watch them again while recording and speaking over. If it takes a minute just to get a match started, it might not be worth it, but that's how we're going to do hole 1 anyway. All right, and the spin is going to be 2 right spin. That's the maximum spin with a katana. I'm sorry, with a Quasar. And we're just going to use 2 top spin. This is a pretty safe drive. All right, and you can just start by putting the spin on and go start with the right. And then add up there to get the top spin there. And then we're going to push the red ring up by the rough. And look for the ball guide to be kind of going out into the middle of that fairway there. All right, so even though we're not at max distance, we are going to adjust max. So that's 1.3 rings. So I'm lining up 1/3 below the bottom of the red ring there, pulling all the way through the red ring. And then I'm going to curl right, what we call inner wall. That's just the right side of the ball touching the inner wall of the shot circle. No overpower. And with leaving the red ring positioned where it did, we left plenty of room just in case we did overpower it a little bit or hit great right or great left. That should still be okay. And that's 308 yards. That's 2 yards less than my practice drive, which was 310. And even with the tailwind, that left me plenty of room to adjust with the Viper. So we are in a good position for our second shot, which we're going to play as safely as possible. I'm not even going to flirt with trying to go for the pin. You can definitely try to practice and go for it more. I mean, there's definitely a chance to get a drop here, but let's just do my shot. So I'm going to go with the full back spin and a left spin, and then I'm putting the red ring up by the bunker there, sort of nestling in this little depression right there. And so there's minimum. And so we're going to adjust 20% min plus 0.1. So we're going to go 1.8. And then again, I'm going to do inner wall left curl. And like I said, what we don't want to do is roll on down to the far left side of the green where we won't be able to reach with the putt, or it would be a difficult and long putt. And that's not bad. Again, if you're practicing, which is always a good idea. It just depends on how comfortable you feel and what your goals are for the tournament. You could try starting a little bit further back. You still have room to adjust, and the ball won't roll out so far past the hole. With the amount of backspin that we have, if you want to have any chance of an ace, you would definitely need to start further back. Okay, now we want to be careful with the putt. I did miss a putt in QR, which sucked, but it was actually amusing. So, here you see I'm kind of centered. It can be hard to tell, and some, depending on the contours of the green. Sloppy. But see, at least I was centered. What happened before was I was just on the edge of the cup. I was on the left edge, and I hit a great left, and so that was two kinds of carelessness. But if you just make sure that you're centered in the cup, that's going to help with your putting. And then always concentrate. Never take putting for granted in a tournament. On to the next hole.